Welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. My people, we don't come back again with another update. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, said that the judgment delivered by the High Court of Kenya declaring the arrest and transfer of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to Nigeria as illegal is a clear indication that the ongoing trial of Kanu in Abuja by the Nigerian government is a national disgrace. My people, this one another banger. Abeg, if today be your first time when you discover our videos, subscribe to this channel, share this video, make it go viral. Abeg, subscription are for free, so that anytime we upload any video, you will be the first person YouTube will notify. Thank you, and may God bless you all. IPOB demands end to Kanu's trial in Nigeria after Kenya court declares rendition illegal. In a statement signed by its Director of Legal Affairs, Research and Global Communications, Barrister Onyedikachi Ifede, IPOB described the Kenya court's ruling as a judiciary indictment of what he called a criminal operation carried out under the watch of the former Nigerian Attorney General Abubakar Malami. The indigenous people of Biafra has said that the judgment delivered by the High Courts of Kenya declaring the arrest and transfer of its leader Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria as illegal is a clear indication that the ongoing trial of Nnamdi Kanu in Abuja by the Nigerian government is a national disgrace, an act of terrorism, and a violation of both domestic and international law. In a statement signed by his Director of Legal Affairs, Research and Global Communications, Barrister Onyedikachi, this ruling is not merely a vindication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's long-standing position. It is a direct judicial indictment of the lawlessness perpetrated by the Nigerian government that now exposes Nigeria to multiple counts of treaty violations, state-sponsored terrorism, and grave human rights abuses, the statement read. The ruling delivered earlier this month by the High Court in Nairobi declared that Kanu's arrest and transfer from Kenya in June 2021 violated his fundamental rights to liberty, fair hearing, and due processes. The court noted that no extradition proceedings were conducted before Kanu was taken from Kenya, effectively terming the act an adoption. The court's decision followed a suit filed by Kanu's legal team in Kenya, alleging that he was kidnapped in Nairobi, held incommunicado, and flown to Nigeria without lawful extradition proceedings. The Kenya government had previously denied involvement, but the court found sufficient evidence that state agents had collaborated with foreign operatives in the legal transfer. The ruling aligns with similar findings by Nigeria's Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia, Abia State, which in October 2022 held that Kanu's extraordinary rendition violated his rights and ordered his release, a judgment that has yet to be fully enforced by the Nigerian authority. Citing Section 2(3)(f) II of the Nigerian's Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, IPOB argued that the act of adopting a person in violation of an international treaty amounts to terrorism under Nigerian law. IPOB noted that the section defines terrorism to include acts that unlawfully seize, kidnap, or adopt any person in breach of treaties to which Nigeria is a party. Any Nigerian official, civilian or military, involved in the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya as by operation of Nigerian law committed an act of terrorism, the statement added. IPOB also referred Article 12, 4 in brackets of the African Chapter on Human and People's Rights, which prohibits the expulsion of any legal admitted non-national without due legal process. The chapter is domesticated in Nigerian law. The group urged Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja, who is currently presiding over Kanu's trial, to suspend proceedings and initiate a review of the court jurisdiction in light of the Kenyan ruling and Nigerian laws. A trial built on illegality is itself illegal. A court that closes its eyes to jurisdictional abuse loses moral and legal legitimacy, IPOB declared. Kanu was adopted in Kenya in June 2021 and he was flown to Nigeria to face terrorism-related charges. The circumstances of his return sparked international concern and legal challenges both in Nigeria and abroad. His trial resumed despite a Imperial Court of Appeal ruling in October 2022, which quashed all charges and ordered his release. These rulings were later stayed by the Supreme Court pending further proceedings. In March 2025, the Nigerian government refiled amended charges, prompting renewed objections from Kanu's legal team, who insisted the trial lacked jurisdiction due to the legal rendition. IPOB urged the Nigerian government to immediately terminate the prosecution and comply with judiciary pronouncements from both Kenya and Nigeria. Justice must begin with an acknowledgement of wrongdoing. Nigeria must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and terminate this trial forthwith, or risk a being permanently stained as a rule state that has criminalized its own constitution, IPOB stated. Shey dem dey talk say hear when they hear what dey inside. I don't know for how long we are going to go all these ones. I don't know. Nigeria is being called a lawless country. Look at Kenya. Kenya has already indicted Nigerian judiciary. You see, we make law. We also the ones that break the law. It doesn't make sense. You get. Nigeria is called lawless country out there. And it seems that we are not ashamed of all these things. For how long are we going to continue like this? Why is this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu matter be like this, sef? Why is this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu matter be like this? Anyway, now here we go drop am. Justice for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This man should be released because judgment has been, release this man, release this man, release this man. What exactly the Nigerian government is trying to really, do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because I don't understand. Now, here I go drop this one, abeg. Share this video, make it go viral. The world is still calling Nigerian government to obey Nigerian constitution, to obey the rules, the rules, that concerns this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's abduction, that says it was illegal. Release this man. I'm dropping it here. Drop your comment below the comment section. Share this video, make it go viral so that Nigerians get to understand what they happened today. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.